All right, well, there are new reports that Wall Street is gearing up to legally challenge the Obama administration's so-called bank tax. They are lawyering up with a top Supreme Court attorney to take on the White House. My next guest says this tax will never hold up in court. Kelley Saindon is a constitutional attorney. We always seek her counsel out in these type of issues that are way over my head, which is actually quite a number of issues. Kelley, you think they have a legal leg to stand on here, don't you?
I do. I think there's an issue because it's not going to be even-handedly applied. They're cherry-picking in the industry which banks this would retroactively affect. Banks that took TARP money, whether they wanted to or not, that paid it back with interest, they would be penalized. And then smaller institutions wouldn't be affected by it at all, and governmentally backed institutions like Fannie Mae wouldn't be affected by this.
Auto companies, big users of that TARP money, would not. So would it be different had the administration applied it to everyone?
Well, I think that then there would be an issue if you could challenge it on constitutional grounds. But here, the Constitution's based on equality, and to suddenly pick out members or institutions within an industry and not apply it even-handedly is a good basis for a challenge on the Constitution.
But can the president indiscriminately call any group for tax willy-nilly?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think it'll stand up.
Which is the premise of their argument.
Correct. And they've hired some top guns that have been through this before. Now, also, though, remember, this hasn't been put into play yet. It's not committed to writing. And so he's been feeling it out and putting out sort of warnings. Don't spend your money fighting this. If we levy it, just pay. So my crackpot theory, you're the lawyer, but I play an expert on TV. My crackpot theory on this will never come to pass. What he's doing is kind of strong-arming them into lending more, into doing more, cool it on the bonuses. They do all of that. This tax never happens. I agree with you. I think that is, it's sort of his own lobbying.
You might want to reconsider agreeing with me, really.
No, I really think that it is sort of his own lobbying effort right now, that he put out there what he's intending to do. Now, the lobbyists are gearing up. They're letting the financial institutions get ready to go, and that when it is actually put in place, if it is, that the wording is going to be very careful so that it may not withstand this case.
But if it is serious and he had included everyone who accepted TARP money, whether it was paid back or not, as unfair as that is, by the way, he would have a better chance of getting his way than doing it the way he did.
Agreed.
And if he changes that down the road to make sure that's the point, what happens?
Well, it's still going to be an analysis of how it affects these entities and whether it affects them, and whether it was specifically crafted with the intent to make it look as if it's even-handed, but it's really not, and there's a disparate impact to the bigger institutions, and it's going to cost them a lot of money and penalize them.
Wow. Kelley, thank you very, very much. Thanks for coming in and helping us out on that.
Thank you.
All right, when we come back, the president...